Good evening and welcome to the YouTube channel, How to Get an 800 Credit Score. My name is Lyndon Baptiste and welcome to the channel. I welcome all of you and thank you so much. If you haven't already and you've been watching these videos for a while, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the big red subscribe here button. Then hit the bell notification too also as well. That way you would never miss a single video as we make them here on this channel too also as well. I want to say a special thank you to our 1,165 subscribers that we have right now here on our channel. Thank you so much, because without you guys this would not be possible. And also I want to say, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, and share this video everywhere, all over your social media networks, with all of your friends and all of your family members too also as well, so that way we can spread the message and get the word out too also as well. So I want to say welcome guys, and my name is Lyndon Baptiste, and on this channel we talk about credit, how to build credit, and how to get excellent credit. Join me on my journey to excellent credit too also as well, as we get there together. And also as well, a brand new trade line that we shared with you guys, also a free trade line, free to start off with, where you can actually build credit using your Netflix payments and your Spotify and some of your subscription payments too also as well. So again, thank you and welcome to also as well, and join our Patreon. The link is right here in the bottom of this video. So join our Patreon link too also as well. You can become a patron with this, with you every step of the way, helping you build your credit, increase your credit score, also getting you approved to buy a home with the lowest payments, car loans with the lowest payments, personal lines of credit and business lines of credit with the lowest payments, and loans too also with the lowest payments available too also as well. All the links to follow me can be found at the bottom of the About section of this channel, where you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and all of those social media networks there. If you need to contact me about help with your credit repair or increasing your credit score, there is also how to get excellent credit. Yes, and the link can be found at the bottom of the About section of this channel too also as well. And like our Facebook page, How to Get an 800 Credit Score. Once you like the page, if you missed any notifications of any of our videos or live streams, you can definitely catch them there inside of our Facebook page there. So right now we have 5 people with us here in the live stream. Thank you so much, people, for joining. I really appreciate you. You can tell, according to the topic, of today's live stream that I wanted to share with you guys, wanted to go over, is Equifax hack. Basically, you guys probably already heard the news. It's all over the news. Different news channels too also as well have shared this. It's all over the internet, it's all over Facebook, it's all over YouTube too also as well. And I thought I would share this with you guys too also as well, because Janelle and we just received $125 each from Equifax. So they're basically saying that we were impacted somehow by this Equifax breach. And also Janelle's parents both got $125 each. And what I'm going to do here today in this live stream video is I'm going to show you guys how you also can receive $125 from Equifax if you were impacted by this Equifax breach too also as well. And you can also receive up to $20,000 in funds from Equifax. Okay, and I'm going to walk you guys through this step by step too also as well today, as we go along here in this live stream. Right now I would like everyone to please give a warm welcome to Janelle Leone. Janelle Leone, welcome. to our live stream. Janelle has definitely, truly been a blessing to all of our live streams as well, because she acts as a moderator. They can't see you waving. You're going to have to come closer to the camera so they can see you waving, Janelle. You're going to have to come where the camera is. Camera's actually over there. Okay. Yeah, I think they can see you now. They should be able to see you. I just couldn't see you because of questions. So a lot of things as far as these live streams are concerned. So we're definitely grateful for her participation too also as well. So everyone, please say a warm welcome to Janelle Leone and give her a welcome back. It's glad to see you back in another live stream with us again. And tonight, James Saeed says, hello, great to see you. Yes, great to see you too as well, James Saeed. And thank you so much for joining us once again. We really appreciate you joining and coming back too also as well. So right now we have 8 people with us here today inside of the live stream. Really appreciate all the 8 people who have decided to join us here in this live stream tonight. And thank you so much for stopping by too also as well. So whether you're listening or you're just watching along, feel free to go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, because it really helps out our channel. It also helps with the YouTube algorithms tremendously too also as well. So I guess what I'm going to do now is, okay, I'm going to welcome everyone. Please give a warm welcome to Spence Echoes. Spence Echoes, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. We're glad to see you here in another live stream. And welcome to all of you 9 people who are with us right now. It's really a pleasure, to have you, all of you here with us. So, I've been so happy as well. It's been, I'm really, impressed on how the people that we've been working with, their credit scores have increased like tremendously. A lot of good news coming from them. I've been getting a lot of messages on Facebook Messenger, also as well. And, it's always good to see, people accomplishing things, achieving high credit scores and things of that sort too also as well. So very, very glad to see that. Very, that's astounding and very great news there. Good to know that for sure. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and get into today's topic. I'm going to start it off here. And we're going to I'm going to give you guys some information about this breach and the settlement, and how you can actually get paid from the settlement too also as well. So what I'm going to do, as I normally do, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen with all of you. So let me know if you can see my screen clearly. Just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. Again, if you can see my screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments section, so that way I know that my screen is coming up clear, and all of you can see it pretty good on your end too also as well. Janelle Leone types the number 1 inside of the comments. Thank you so much for that, Janelle. The Mr. Alexander 19 types number 1. Thank you so much for sharing that. And everyone, we have a new participant here in our live stream tonight. The Mr. Alexander 19 has arrived. And everyone, please say hello to the Mr. Alexander 19, and let that person know that they're always welcome here in our live chats. And it's a pleasure to have you here. Feel free to comment or raise questions as little or as much as you like. Your questions and comments will be recognized and answered too also as well. So thank you so much for stopping by. Also, James Saeed types the number 1 inside of the comments. Thank you so much for sharing that. So that's good. I'm glad all of you can see my screen clearly. That is good to know. too also as well. So as you can see here, we have an article here up on the screen, and it's coming from al.com, and it's talking about the settlement, the Equifax settlement. Okay, the title of the article is Equifax settlement. You can now file a claim. Use tool to see if you're eligible. The Equifax breach a global settlement, $575 million plus settlement. They're giving out free credit monitoring and identity theft services. Okay, or you have the option to receive a payment of funds of $125. Okay, and if I were you, I would select the $125 payment, and I'm going to tell you why as I get further down into this topic here. So it says FTC, the 2017 Equifax breach exposed names, birthdays, social security numbers, driver's license numbers, physical addresses, passport data, and other personal information. Okay, and it says the claims process for the massive Equifax settlement has now begun. In September 2017, Credit Reporting Bureau Equifax announced a data breach that exposed the personal information of 147 million people. Equifax reached a settlement with the Federal Trade Commission that included up to $425 million to help people affected by the data breach. The settlement includes up to 10 years of free credit monitoring, or $125, and cash payments of up to $20,000 for those who can show they lost money due to the data breach. And actually, I'm going to show all of you how to get qualified for these funds. Okay. The cash payments cover things such as losses from unauthorized charges to your accounts, the cost of freezing or unfreezing your credit report. So basically, if you have unauthorized charges on your accounts, you can get money for that. Also, if you have had to freeze or unfreeze your credit reports, you can get money for that. So basically, if you put any freezes on your credit reports, since I believe since 2017 of September, you can get paid, reimbursed for that, and any unauthorized charges since the date of the data breach from Equifax. The cost of credit monitoring. So some credit monitoring services do charge money. Okay, one example is Identity IQ. They charge up to $29.99 a month, or $31.99 a month, I believe. And also Equifax, I think it was Experian. Experian charges money for credit monitoring for FICO scores too, also as well. So there are some credit monitoring services that do charge money for credit monitoring. So basically, if you have paid for credit monitoring services, you can get reimbursed for that too, also as well. Fees you paid to professionals like accountants or attorneys, you can get reimbursed for that. Other expenses like notary fees, document shipping fees, and postage, mileage, and phone charges. Other expenses, okay, for the time you spent dealing with the breach, you can be compensated $25 per hour up to 20 hours. So that's how much they will pay out to you. Okay, they'll pay you up to 20 hours at $25 per hour. For the cost of Equifax credit monitoring and related services you had between September 7th, 2016 and September 7th, 2017, capped at 25% of the total amount that you paid. So basically, the cap is 25% of the total amount that you had paid for your Equifax credit monitoring, because Equifax also charges a fee for credit monitoring too, also for some of their services. You can see more details on the settlement here. So I'm just gonna briefly do a quick overview with all of you of the settlement. It should give us, some brief. This past week, this past 2 or 3 weeks, I believe, I've been seeing it pop up, here and there. Okay, so this is, I believe this is the same article, the same link to the same article. So I'm going to close out that tab and just continue with the article that we were on here. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Immortal DJ Monk. Louis, how you doing? Louis says, hi everyone, play Xbox One. Playing Xbox One. Here. Oh, okay. He's saying that he's playing Xbox One here. Yeah, welcome, Louis. Glad to have you stop by once again. And everyone, Louis, Mortal DJ Monk has his own YouTube channel. He's a DJ, and he makes videos about, music, different types of music. So if you're interested, he does a lot of hip hop and reggaeton, music. So R&B music too, also as well. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and click on his name inside of the live chat here, Immortal DJ Monk, and click on go to channel, and then subscribe on his channel and hit the bell notification so you won't miss his videos. Okay, so this is how we found out about the funds that you can get paid from Equifax, and to see if you're eligible for a payment. And as I just noted in the beginning of this video, in case some of you missed and you just came or just recently, I just got $125 from Equifax. Also Janelle, she just got $125 from Equifax too, also as well. And both of Janelle's parents also got $125 from Equifax too, also as well. And there's so many people, all over Facebook and YouTube who just received $125 from Equifax also. So how do you see if you're eligible? How do you find out? Well, the deadline, I just want to mention before we go there, the deadline to file a claim for this is January 22nd, 2020. It says that benefits won't be sent to eligible recipients until January 23rd, 2020 at the earliest. So all of us who have already received our $125 from Equifax, we won't be receiving those funds until January 23rd. So that's basically in about 5 or 6 months. We should be seeing those funds. All right. So let's click on this link here, the lookup tool, to find out how you can see if you're eligible. So basically you just click on this link here. I'm going to open that up in a new tab, so that way in case any other people come on after this, then we can just easily click back over to the article and give a brief overview of what we had just went over. So this link here, the lookup tool, is where you can see whether or not you are eligible to receive those funds from Equifax. And here's the link here, eligibility.equifaxbreach-settlement.com/en/eligibility. Okay, so basically what you would do here is you would put in your last name. All right, put in my last name. Okay, I'm gonna put in 6 digits of the social. I don't know if it'll show my social here. I don't want to show that on the screen. Okay, it doesn't. It keeps it private, so that's good. Since I already received my funds, it may not say that I'm eligible. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm just going to click the submit button anyhow. Okay, I don't think I put in. Okay, I did. It's just taking a second to get going there. Okay, here it is. Based on the information you provided, our records indicate your personal information was impacted by this incident. For more information, visit the frequently asked questions page. So basically it's saying that my personal information was somehow impacted by this Equifax breach. So what you would do when you get to this screen here, okay, you would go ahead and click on file a claim. Okay, if you did not get to this screen yet, then you will go ahead and click here on the right where my mouse is, the top right, and you click on the down arrow, and you will click on the top link that says see if my information was impacted by the 2017 data breach. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on file a claim, so that way you guys can see how to go, what the process looks like and how to file it. Okay, Lewis, and thank you for asking, bro. You know, just giving an update real quick on some free money that Equifax is giving out. So just showing all of you how you can get this free money too. And Immortal DJ Monk says, just came from the hospital. My girl had surgery. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's doing well. Janelle and I we send our thoughts and prayers to her. I hope she has a good recovery. Lewis's girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so file a claim. It says the easiest way to submit a claim is through this website. Okay, so you can also submit a hard copy claim by clicking this link here, and you can download a claim form and mail it to the settlement administrator at this address here, Equifax Data Breach Settlement Administrator, COJND Legal Administration, P.O. Box 91318, Seattle, Washington 98111-9418. Or you can click here to contact the settlement administrator and have a claim form. They can mail you a form basically. And so filing a claim for a class member who is a minor on May 13, 2017, you would click here. So basically you click there if the person who you're filing for was a minor on May 13th of 2017, and you download the form, fill it out, and you can send it back to them. The minors, you can only send forms for minors through the U.S. mail. Okay. Janelle says, hope for her full speedy recovery, and she will be in our prayers at Immortal DJ Monk. Yes, definitely, for sure. We will pray for her, for sure. We hope she has a speedy recovery and gets well soon, for sure. I'm sorry to hear that there, Lewis, just hang in there, bro. Keep your head up, and hopefully everything will be okay. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to click on this link right here. It says file a claim online. Easy. I mean, and this is, I'm showing you guys how easy this is to do too. Also, this doesn't take that long to do. I would say probably around 5 minutes, from 3 to 5 minutes it takes for you to fill out the form online and submit it, and all you got to do from that point is just sit back and wait for your money to come in the mail. But there's two options for you to get paid here. Immortal DJ Monk says, thank you guys. Yes, you're very welcome, Lewis. Appreciate you. This form will ask for your contact information. You can then fill out one or more of the following sections depending on which benefits you want to claim. Choose free credit monitoring and cash payment if you already have credit monitoring, or skip to the next section. If you spend time recovering from the breach, you can request payment. If you lost or spent money because of the breach, you can request payment. So they're paying you for your time that you spent on this breach, and they're also paying you for any money that you have lost because of the breach too also. And the fourth step is that you want to let them know how you would like to get your payments. Okay, there's two options to receive payments. It says you can file claims for some or all of the benefits in sections 1 to 3 if you are eligible. Before you start, make sure you have your supporting documents ready to upload if you plan to request payment in section 2 or section 3. Click here to see the types of documentation that you may need. You do not need any documents to file Section 1 claims. So let's just take a look at these documents, what they're asking for. And this is just for Section 2 or Section 3. Okay. Section 1 is different because it says here you do not need any documents to file Section 1 claims. Okay. Your claim will only be received by the settlement administrator after you sign the form electronically and click the submit button. Alrighty, so let's take a look at what their requirements are for the documents that they will accept to be filed. Okay, this form will ask for your contact information. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, it just seems to like repeat, but what you want to do here is go click on the next button. Okay, after that, and then it'll take you to the next page of the form where you will be filling out your your basic information there. Okay, so I'm gonna put in my first and last name. I'm not gonna put in my correct address. I already applied for this, so I already filled out my claim, I should say. But this is basically how simple it is. Okay, so I'll just put 111 East Mockingbird Lane, because I don't want to put my private information on the live screen there. Apartment number 2. Okay, let's put Kansas. Let's spell Kansas. Kansas City.
You might as well do it all because I need your claim number anyway.
Kansas City. Yeah, we had done this already. Janelle, we did this already. We don't have to.
I know, it'll let you go through. I just did it.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. I had to get my claim number.
Oh, okay. You wanted to get your claim number. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing, guys. If you already done it and you want to check the status of it, you would need your claim number. And to check the status, you click on the link on the right. What'd you say, Janelle? What you say?
Be sure you print out the paper. Or
yeah, you can. It'll be good to print it out. Print out the form, so that way you can keep a copy of it for your records, because you're going to need your claim number. So basically, to check your status, you click on this link here on the right that says check my claim status. Alright, so put the state. We'll just put Missouri. Yeah, we'll just put Missouri down there. Okay, 55555. Let's just put a phone number down in there. I don't know. 900 999 9999. Okay. There we go. Email. I'll put my email address because a lot of you guys already have my email address. That's not a problem at all. So I'll just put my email address in here. Okay. Let's see how we get this. The date of birth. Okay. 03/13. Boom. So 1980. Let's put 1980. Oh, okay. It goes in that format then. 3/13/80. I don't know. Just put that in there. Let's click next. I just wanted to get you guys by the screen so you can see the steps you're gonna have to go through. So it says that credit monitoring, free service, or cash payments. You may be eligible to receive free credit monitoring or up to $125 if you already have credit monitoring. Okay, so I selected and Janelle selected the $125 cash payment because we already have free credit monitoring. Okay, and free credit monitoring is not hard to get because you can go to lots of different places to get free credit monitoring. You can go to Credit Karma, you could go to Credit Sesame. You could go to Bankrate. You could go to Wallet Hub. There's so many of those free credit monitoring services available out there that you don't need to, accept the free credit monitoring from them, because if you do that, guys, you're not going to be able to get your $125 or your cash payment from them. Okay, I just want to let you guys know that here. If I haven't already mentioned it, I'm just letting you guys know now. The best way to fill out this form is to select the option for the cash payment. Okay. James Worley. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to James Worley. Welcome back again, James. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I really appreciate you, and thank you for stopping by. You really add a lot of value, to our group, and we really, thank you for once again returning. James Worley says, I opted in for the 4 years of 3 credit bureau monitoring, being that I am working on building credit. Okay, awesome. It's good that you did that, James. So, guys, if you're looking for the free credit monitoring, I believe you can get up to 10 years of that free from Equifax. Feel free to do so if you like. There's an option for this year, but if you're looking for the $125 cash payment, you want to select option number 2 also as well. So thank you so much for sharing that, James Worley. So let's see what we have here. You can receive free 3 bureau credit monitoring. Okay, that's good. 3 bureau credit monitoring is great, because I have 3 credit bureau monitoring from Identity IQ, and it's very handy because I can check my credit reports and my credit scores on all 3 credit bureaus, and keep up to date. Actually, what I like so much about Identity IQ is that I can refresh my credit report to reflect my credit report as it looks right now. So that's the advantage that it has. As in, Wallet Hub, you can check your credit score for today, but only TransUnion. Okay? But Identity IQ, you can check all 3. So with this one here, from Equifax, you can check all 3. It says you can receive free 3 credit bureau monitoring at all 3 national credit reporting agencies: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Experian will provide this service for at least 4 years. So the minimum you can get free credit monitoring from Equifax is 4 years. Okay. You can also enroll in free single bureau credit monitoring of your Equifax credit file provided by Equifax for up to 6 years after the Experian service ends. So basically, after the Experian service ends, whether that be in the 4 years, what you might qualify for, or more than that, but basically after that ends, you can also get the free single bureau credit reporting of your Equifax, okay, for up to 6 years. Okay, so you get an additional 6 years, so it all adds up to 10 years basically, okay, of credit monitoring services, free. Or if you have credit monitoring services that you will keep for at least 6 months, you can request a cash payment of $125. And I requested the cash payment of $125 simply because I have already too many credit monitoring services right now. I even got one from Wells Fargo. Some of the credit cards I have offer me free credit monitoring services too also. Okay, so I have so many credit monitoring services that I don't need another credit monitoring service. And the $125, do I need that? I don't know. Do you guys need $125? If you don't, let me know. Excuse me, I would definitely like to know. James Saeed said, prior to your watching your show, I went for credit monitoring because I didn't have monitoring service. Okay, awesome. Well, James Saeed, that's good. If you did not have it, it's good to have credit monitoring, because that way you can keep track of your credit scores, and it's a great way to help you build credit. when you in the process of building credit, I know a lot of people say you should check your credit report at least once a year with annualcreditreport.com. You get that for free, but also you want to check it regularly. Okay, I mean, as much as you can, as much as possible. The better, the sooner, the more often, the better, I believe. Because the more you check your credit in the monitoring service, the more you can pretty much see and find out what works, as far as building your credit score up and improving it, and what doesn't work. You can see live what hurts your credit scores, and you can also see what helps your credit scores. Okay, and that's the benefit of checking your credit scores on credit reports on a regular basis. Okay, because you can become better and better at it, and soon you will be a master at checking your credit scores, and you will learn these things on how certain accounts and certain actions that you do can hurt or improve your score. James Saeed says, okay, I already answered that, but thank you for sharing that, James Saeed. It's always great to get credit monitoring. James Worley says the credit monitoring is the full Experian credit monitoring. The Experian credit monitoring, all levels of credit scores included, normally costs $35 per month for that service. Wow, so that's
on the Experian, yeah.
On Experian, yeah, I did see that on the Experian. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I already have that service. I already have Experian credit monitoring that I pay for with them. And actually, anytime that I need to refresh my Experian score or my 3 credit bureau scores or credit reports, I can do so for a charge. They charge me from Experian every time I do refresh and get an updated report on Experian. So I already have it, so that's the reason why I did not get it. Like I said before, I have way too many credit monitoring services that it's like just adding another one is just like maybe overkill for me, something that I really don't need. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so the credit monitoring, you're getting either the free service or the cash payment. Okay. So if you have credit monitoring services that you will keep for at least 6 months, you can request a cash payment of $125, which is what I did and what Janelle did also, and what Janelle's parents did also. And I mean, believe me, it's just unreal, guys. So many people are getting this $125. Some people are getting more than that. Some people are getting $10,000, $5,000, $15,000. Some people are getting, I'm sure some people are getting the whole $20,000 that Experian is offering here. But the point is, everyone is getting something, some value out of this. Whether you're getting the 10 years of Experian credit monitoring for free, or you're getting the funds from $125 up to $20,000, we're all getting something out of this. Unless you were not impacted at all by this. And actually, I did speak to someone all over the phone. I tried to call my landlord, actually, because I had to tell him the news. I had to get on the phone and tell him the news. I said, Janelle, babe, we got to call the landlord and let him know, because we definitely speak to him on a regular basis. We have a great relationship with him, and we just decided to call him on the phone and say, hey, and then we told him about it, and he checked it. When I called him, he said, hey, I already checked it. Before we finished telling him what it was about, the Equifax data breach and everything, he had already checked it. So that's how widespread this news is. And actually, Janelle and I thought about making this topic for tonight's live stream, and I said to myself and Janelle, we said, so many people have already made a video about this on YouTube. A lot of people have made videos about this already on YouTube. We were like, maybe we should not make another video about this Equifax breach because there's so many videos already out there. But I decided, and Janelle decided, after we had went to the website, this site that I'm showing you guys right now on the screen, and we filled out the claim for the the reimbursement or compensation, whatever you want to call it. And when we received our $125, then it was like we definitely had to do a video on it for sure. So that's the reason we thought we would share it with all of you. At $35 a month, and option 2 is a cash payment of $125. Especially if you already have the credit monitoring, and we'll have it for at least 6 months from today. Okay, and you skip to the next. So basically you would select whichever option you would like to select. I'm going to select here, since this is just a showing of this claim. I'm going to select option number 2 and click on next. Okay, it says cash payment, time spent. If you spent time trying to recover from fraud or identity theft caused by the data breach, or if you spent time trying to avoid fraud or identity theft because of the data breach, for example, placing or removing credit freezes on your credit files or purchasing credit monitoring services, complete the chart below. You can be compensated $25 per hour for up to 20 hours. Okay, so I don't know how much money that is. Basically, that looks like it is about $500, I believe. Okay, in total. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Laura Martinez. Thank you so much for stopping by once again. Janelle, we had Laura here in our live chat before, I believe. Once. Yes, we did have you once, Laura, and we really appreciate you. We're very grateful that you did decide to stop by our live chat. And thank you so much for coming by. Everyone, please say hello to Laura Martinez and let her know that she's very welcome here in our live chat. And you feel free, Laura, to comment as much or as little as you like, and to raise as many questions as you like to also as well. So thank you so much for stopping by. So it says here, if you claim 20 hours or less, you must describe the actions you took in response to the data breach and the time each action took. So if you're responding and you're saying that you responded to the data breach or how you did it, basically an example, like if you remove, if you put credit freezes on your report or remove them, or you purchase credit monitoring services within a time period since the data breach took place. If you did any of those actions, then you would go ahead and let them know. And there's also supporting documentation. In this link here, important documents, that's the link to find out what documents they would need from you to verify that. Okay, so if you claim more than 10 hours total, you have to describe these actions that you took. Okay, and supporting documents too also. All right, would you like to make a claim for time? So if you're making a claim for time that you spent on this, then you would select the button yes right here. Okay, so I'm just going to click on next. I'm not going to select yes. Just going to click on yes. Next. Okay, that takes us to the next screen. Okay, so it says if you lost or spent money trying to prevent or recover from fraud or identity theft caused by the Equifax data breach and have not been reimbursed for that money, you can receive reimbursement for up to $20,000 total. So that's how much they will reimburse you for, up to $20,000 total. It is important for you to send documents that show what happened and how much you lost or spent, so that you can be repaid, except for money you may have spent on Equifax subscription products as explained below. If they are the same as the documents you attached in section 2, so in section 2 that we went over before this, you had to attach documents to it. It says you do not need to upload them again if you already attached them in section 2. So please refer to the frequently asked questions for more details about how cash payments work, information about the types of costs and losses that can be paid back to you, what documents you need to attach, and how the settlement administrator decides whether to approve your payment. Would you like to file a claim for money you lost or spent? And you click on yes if you'd like to select that, and then click on next. I skipped those sections, guys. All I did was I selected the $125 cash payment and I skipped. I just clicked on the next button until I got to this section 4, where it asks you how would you like to receive your cash payment. If you made a claim for a cash payment in this form, you can elect to receive your payment either by check or prepaid card to your mailing address. Checks must be cashed within 90 days. So basically, if you receive a check, you have to cash it in 90 days. So what they're saying here in this article from the beginning is that you will not receive this money anyways until January of next year. So in about 5 or 6 months, we should be getting our money to know. And everybody else should be getting their money also. Okay, so if you select a prepaid, what you say?
Probably 8 weeks. I'm gonna monitor. I'm gonna check them every day.
I don't know. Janelle says probably 8 weeks.
That's what my mom said.
Janelle's mom says probably 8 weeks, but the site that I just read said January 2020. So I don't know.
Once you get your check, you gotta cash it within 90 days.
Yeah, that's why I just.
If you put it on your PayPal card.
You got to speak up.
Prepaid card, it doesn't expire.
You gotta speak up so everyone can. Did everyone hear Janelle? What she just said?
Oh, I was just.
Did everyone hear what Janelle just said? If you heard what Janelle just said, type the number 1 in the comments. If you did not hear what she just said, type the number 2 inside of the comments.
Read it. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so the prepaid card never expires. Which do you prefer, check or prepaid card? So you select one or the other. I'm just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna select. Let's see, what should I select here? I'll just select check. How's that? Click next. So basically, this is my claim summary here. So, here's my address. This is my real name, but here's my address, 111 East Mockingbird Lane that I put in here. It's not my real address, but I didn't want to put my real address here up on the live screen. Okay, my zip code. This is a phone number here, date of birth. And so you basically, you will see all your information here, guys. This is your claim summary. It said what option I selected, that I wanted a cash payment of $125, and that I already have credit monitoring and I don't need it. So I did not select time spent, so it says no spent time. I did not select money that I lost or spent, so it says no money lost or spent. No document selected either, because I did not need to submit any supporting documents, just for option number 2, the cash payment. It says how would you like to receive your cash payment. I selected check. And then basically you would type your name here and to submit your claim. I'm not going to submit this claim because, as you can see, it's not a real address that I put in here. I just put it in here for the sake of doing this video to show you guys basically how to do it. Okay, so you would check these 2 boxes here where it says I affirm under the laws of the United States that the information I supplied in this claim form and any copies of the documents that I'm sending to support my claim are true and correct to the best of my knowledge, and I understand that I may be asked to provide more information by the settlement administrator before my claim is complete. True also as well. Okay, then you type your name here electronically. That would sign this an electronic signature, which will sign your name here. Okay, and you click submit, and then it'll be submitted. What you would receive is a confirmation on the screen, basically confirming that they will be sending you your $125 payments, or whatever payment you qualified for, or if you qualified for the free credit monitoring services from Equifax for 10 years. It would say that too also as well. And you would also receive a claim number. Okay. So if you lost your claim number for any reason, what you would do is you would go click on the right link here. Click on check my claim status, as I'm doing here now, and then another screen will show up, and it will say, it would ask you to enter your claim number. Okay. And if you cannot find your claim number, then you just click this link right here, and that would you would be able to contact the settlement administrator. So you'd have to get your claim number from that person.
Okay. Did you hear?
I can't hear you, Janelle. Speak up.
I'm talking to you. I need a claim number.
Yeah, I will get that. I'll get that in just a second. As soon as I get off this live stream, I'll get my claim number, because Janelle needs. We need all of our claim numbers to keep track of it. So here's some frequently asked questions. Maybe we'll go over a few of these real quick. Okay, basic information and overview. Okay, there's quite a few of these here. Let's see how many. Yeah, they put 26 questions there. Okay, so anything you need to know basically about this, some of it can be found in the class action frequently asked questions here about what is this lawsuit about, why is this a class action, why is there a settlement, you received a notice of class action settlement, why, how do I know if I'm part of the settlement, what does the settlement provide, how would a settlement compensate me for identity theft if I have already suffered on money I have already paid to protect myself and my time spent on these things. So basically all of these topics right there you can find information on from the FAQ section too also as well. So, and here's the link for important documents. Let's just click on that just in case some of you need to apply for a time that you spent on this. Since the Equifax breach came about, you would want to read this page, important documents. That would explain what you would need. A consolidated consumer class action complaint, order on defendant's motion to, okay, so all of these here are documents that these are important documents. Okay, here's the claim form here. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's topic too also as well. For those of you who came later on or after the beginning of the topic, basically we started off with this article, the Equifax settlement. You can now file a claim, use tool to see if you are eligible, and that's coming from this article, www.al.com, and it basically just goes over what Equifax breach is, how they're compensating for it, who they're paying out money to, how many people were affected. So basically, a lot of people's social security numbers and personal information, even their driver's licenses, were impacted, okay, and exposed. So due to this breach right here, and basically the article gets into details of how you can be compensated and what things you can be compensated for, and how much you can be compensated for, which is up to $20,000, and they start at $125. Or you also have the option to select for free credit monitoring services from Equifax. And the link to see if you qualify for the compensation can be found by clicking on this tool that says lookup tool, where my mouse is. Okay, hope you guys can see that too also. So basically that's the article that we went over today, and that's how you find the claim form too also. So if you need to search this on Google, you could just do a Google search for Equifax hack, and you'll be able to find this information too there also as well. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, what have you, I'll be back on. I'm gonna jump back on screen with you real quick. That way we can, get to some Q&As with you guys and some comments, or, if you guys had a great day too, I would like to know about it. Janelle would like to know about it too also as well. And also, I wanted to ask, did anyone have a credit score increase either today or this week? Again, did anyone have a credit score increase today or this week? We definitely want to talk about it. We want to discuss it here. Definitely submit it there inside of the comments and let us know, because a lot of us had credit score increases in the past, let's say 2 weeks, and actually me myself, I've had many credit score increases. Janelle had quite a few too also as well. And by mentioning, letting us, sharing your credit score increases here with us here in the live chat is a huge motivation for all of us. Okay, for all of us, for the whole entire group too also as well. And it definitely helps us, to stay motivated in our credit building experience, in our journey, I should say, our journey to excellent credit. James Saeed says, thank you for sharing your knowledge. And he says also, yes. Okay, so James, you did have a credit score increase this week. Do you mind sharing how many points did you get increase this week? And what did you do? What actions did you do to your credit that caused you to get this credit score increase? Go ahead and type that in the comments. We would definitely like to know. Okay, so Janelle just shared us something with us here. It's about the Equifax data breach.
Read that part right there.
And she wants me to read a portion of it here. It says, as for the deadlines here, you'll have until January 22nd, 2020, which I mentioned earlier.
I know, but you
okay, and to file a claim. While November 19th, 2019 is the deadline for opting out in the event you are pursuing your own legal case against Equifax. So that's what I forgot to mention, guys, is that you do have an option to get your own attorney and go after Equifax on your own. That you also have an option to do as well. Okay, but I'm sure it will cost you a lot more money to go that route, okay, than just simply going through the website. Because by the time you finish paying for court fees, attorney fees, your money, I don't know how much of that money you're actually going to have. But who knows? I could be wrong, right? So the final hearing for the case is set for December 19th later this year, when the settlement is expected to be approved. So while you may not see any of this money for quite some time, you do have quite a few months to ensure you can sign up and tell your friends and family to do the same. Yeah, guys, so you can definitely tell your friends and your family, to go ahead and do the same, especially if they use credit cards, or if they have credit or loans or installment loans or charge cards or revolving credit, any type of credit or accounts that report to credit bureaus, or car loans or mortgages. Like, again, as I said, any type of credit accounts that report to credit bureaus, definitely let your friends, all your friends and family members, know about this Equifax breach settlement and how they can get paid their funds, okay, that is due to them from Equifax, or they can receive 10 years in free credit monitoring services from Equifax too also as well. or you can just simply share this video with them, share this live stream with them, and you know, it will show them step by step how they can get compensated, okay, as I'm showing you. James Saeed says, my TransUnion score went up 3+ points. My TransUnion score is 808 now, and my Equifax score went up 2+ points. My Equifax score is now 812. Okay, James. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, James. That's definitely terrific. Everyone, please say congratulations to James Saeed for his 3 points credit score increase on his TransUnion and his 2-point credit score increase on Equifax. Guys, please say congratulations to James Saeed. Also, Janelle says, that is so awesome at James Saeed. Keep up the good work. Thank you for sharing that, Janelle, and thank you for sharing that, James. James says, reason I would say is credit card utilization. It's 1% at the moment. Okay, thanks again for sharing that. So basically, James increased his credit score 3 points on TransUnion and 2 points on Equifax by simply lowering his credit card utilization or keeping it at 1%. So that's huge. Like what I've been telling you guys from day one, all of these techniques, they work. Okay, keep your credit card utilization low because credit usage, it accounts for 30% of your credit scores. Okay, 30% of your credit scores, and that's number 2. It comes in second after payment history, which accounts for 35% of your credit scores. Okay, so if you watched our last live stream where we had talked about a free trade line, we broke down the 5 categories of what the credit bureaus consider when they're calculating your credit scores. You will get a full breakdown of it, but you may have to watch the entire video, okay? Because after we discuss the topic, that's when I break down to you guys the 5 categories and how credit bureaus score them for your credit scores. You do want to keep in mind that length of credit history is broken down into 3 parts. The 3 parts are, they take in consideration your oldest account that you have, for number 1. Number 2, they also consider when was the last time you used your credit accounts, okay, or what account you used the last. How long has it been since you used your credit, that is, because that is a factor too also as well that they consider. And thirdly, they also consider your average age of accounts, okay. So that altogether accounts for 15% of your credit score, which is called length of credit history. James Saeed gives the smiley face. Thank you so much for sharing a smiley face, James. And James also says, my payment history is 100%. Just checked on Credit Karma. Okay. Excellent, excellent. So that's where you want to be. Payment history 100%. That means you're making your payments on time every month, and you do not have any latenesses. Okay, you don't have any missed payments. You don't have any late payments. That's where you want to be at. You want to be at 100%, because if you have any late, even one late payment on your credit report, it really takes a lot for you to recover from that one late payment. Okay, it takes between 1 to 2 years of positive payment history to recover from one late payment on your credit score, meaning that's how long it would take for you to return to the credit score that you had before you received the late payment on your credit report. Or the shortcut to that is to get an authorized user that has an average credit history, average age of credit of 1 to 2 years. Or actually, let me rephrase that, guys. You would have to get an authorized user, which will, when added to your credit file, will increase your credit average age of credit by 1 to 2 years. So basically, you have to add on 1 to 2 years of positive payment history in order to offset that late payment. Okay, and return to the credit score that you had previously before you received the late payment, and surpass that credit score also as well. Okay. Laura Martinez says, is Credit Karma score accurate? I hear it's not. Great question, Laura. Actually, Credit Karma uses a system called Vantage Score. Okay, and Janelle just gave me some quick info she found here on Investor. It's coming from Investopedia. Personal finance. It says, first, because Credit Karma uses only 2 of the 3 credit bureaus, your score might not be entirely accurate. However, the customer review site consumeraffairs.com has people reporting that their Credit Karma score is quite a bit higher than their actual FICO score. That can be true, and also it can be lower than your actual FICO score too, also as well. They go by a different system called the Vantage, the scoring system. Whereas with the FICO scoring system, to a excellent credit score, for example, would be a score of 800 and above. Whereas on the Vantage scoring system, an excellent credit score will be a credit score of 750 and above. So the two scoring systems are different, but Credit Karma is a great credit monitoring tool that can be used to help you to gauge your credit, and you can find out, things that are helping your score or things that are hurting your scores too, also as well. In some instances, your Credit Karma credit scores can be quite close to your FICO scores. Okay, or they may be off by maybe 1 or 2 points. Okay, so it varies. I've heard people tell me all different scenarios. Some people tell me that their Credit Karma is very close to their FICO score. Okay, some people tell me that it's higher than their FICO score. Some people say it's lower than their FICO score. So I've heard all types of scenarios with that, as far as that's concerned. Okay. As far as the Credit Karma's recommendations, however, the recommendations are not 100% accurate. Okay, the recommendations are not 100% accurate. Their approval odds are not 100% accurate either. And actually, we did a video on that, and it's here on this channel. The name of the video is called Credit Karma 100% Accurate. You can search for that in the search bar on the home page of this channel too, also as well. You'll find that video pop up for you. That's where we go over why Credit Karma is not 100% accurate in their approval odds and their recommendations. So basically what we're saying there is that Credit Karma, for example, this was months ago, I went on my Credit Karma, and Credit Karma told me I should apply for a Discover It card. All right, so when I went ahead, it said I had great approval odds. So then when I went over and clicked the button to apply, or apply now, I believe, I don't remember the name of the button, but it's the button that prompts you to apply. And when you click on it, it takes you to the website of Discover, where you can apply for it, and you fill out that credit application there. I started applying for the Discover It card. I hit the submit button, and then it came back denied. Okay, so I was kind of really disappointed there why it came back denied. And then I went as far as I wondered, why it came back denied. Credit Karma just told me I had great approval odds. I should have gotten approved, and it was on one of my recommendations there. So I went and called up Discover on the phone and the reconsideration line, and they told me exactly the reason why. They said that I had too many hard inquiries on my credit report. And because of those hard inquiries, they could not approve me for a Discover It. So I asked them, what about a secure Discover It secured card, which I had applied for also. They told me no, they cannot approve me for Discover It secured card either. So I said, wow, I couldn't even get this approved for a secured credit card from Discover It. So that was definitely a very disappointing experience there. So guys, you definitely don't want to go ahead and apply for things that you see on Credit Karma, or when they tell you that you have good approval odds, or any of their recommendations. Just don't go for it. Don't fall for it, guys, because for number one, Credit Karma does not take into consideration how many hard inquiries you have. They don't even research the banks that they are doing business with and trying to send customers to see whether or not they meet their criteria before they go ahead and just recommend them. They just recommend anybody, basically anybody. It's because Credit Karma is getting paid by those institutions, okay? But they're not putting out accurate information as far as setting you on the right path. They're setting you up for getting a lot of hard inquiries on your credit report and damaging your scores. That's what they're setting you up for by doing that. Okay, so definitely don't believe Credit Karma recommendations or their approval odds, because they're not accurate. James Saeed says, I just checked it on CreditWise. It uses TransUnion score. It says my score went up 3 points and my score is 808. Awesome,
Yeah, they're pretty
James.
much the same.
Yeah, they're pretty
Credit
much
Karma.
the same. Credit Karma, they're
Wallet
pretty much
Hub.
the same. Wallet Hub, they're pretty much the same. Credit Karma is pretty accurate with that. You know, as far as their Vantage scores are pretty accurate. They're on point. Because you got to understand, a Vantage scoring system is different from a FICO scoring system. They're two separate scoring systems. Just like TransUnion is a separate credit bureau from Equifax. Okay, you may not get the same credit scores on each bureau. Okay, like me, for example, my TransUnion credit score is 737, whereas my Experian credit score is 746. Okay, so now there's a 9-point difference there between my TransUnion and my Equifax. But on the other hand, my Equifax credit score is 725. So that's even a little lower. But they're not the same, and they're hardly ever the same. When I check them on a month-to-month basis, they're hardly ever the same there. But the Credit Karma is normally the same across the board, no matter what credit monitoring service you use. As long as they're using the Vantage, the same scoring system that Credit Karma uses, the Vantage scoring system, they're all going to be the same. Your Credit Karma, your Credit Sesame, your CreditWise, your Wallet Hub, your bank rates, all of these credit monitoring services that offer a Vantage scoring system to monitor your credit, they're all going to be identical to Credit Karma. So that's how you know Credit Karma is accurate in that regards. They're accurate as far as giving their Vantage scoring system. That is accurate. That is an accurate Vantage score. Okay? Just the same way Experian is giving you an accurate FICO score. Okay? Or let's say Wells Fargo is giving you an accurate FICO 9 credit score. These are all accurate credit scores, but they're different credit scores. But it doesn't mean that they're not accurate. They're still accurate. Okay. Okay, so Janelle says at Laura Martinez, you can ask any questions you may have, and I will do research the best I can right away while we are doing the live stream. Laura
Like
says,
what I
thank you,
normally
Janelle.
do.
Yes, thank you so much, Janelle, for that. Yeah, guys, Janelle is truly a blessing, and guys, you know, if you appreciate Janelle, you're grateful for Janelle as much as I am, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. You know, hit the thumbs up button. Let YouTube know you really appreciate our channel too also as well. Okay, guys? Janelle types 2 thumbs up and 2 smiley faces. Thank you so much for that. Janelle too also as well. So, guys, if you haven't already, you've been watching these videos for a while, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. There's a big subscribe here button. It's at the bottom left hand corner of your screen. If you're on a laptop or cell phone or computer, you can see that. It does not show up on flat screen TVs, however. But go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Make sure that you select all notifications. That way you never miss a single video as we make them here on this channel. James Saeed says, my experience score is 841. Just checked it on City Card. Yeah, City Card, that sounds like that's pretty accurate there, James. And like our Facebook page, How to Get an 800 Credit Score on Facebook. Join our Facebook group, How to Get Excellent Credit, too also as well. All the links to contact me can be found at the bottom of the About section of this channel. To email me if you have any questions about credit repair, or you need credit coaching or help increasing your credit score, the links, you can email me. The link is there. And also join our Patreon. You can join our Patreon, become a member with as little as $30 a month too. Also as well helps to support our channel. And also you receive all the benefits of the coaching, the credit repair help, help with your credit score increases too also as well. If you need authorized users or referrals to authorized users, you just need to build age on your credit score. We have help. We help you with that, getting that accomplished too also as well. So join our Patreon, become a Patreon member. And also want to thank all of you who have participated and contributed here in the live stream here tonight. And what I do here as a tradition is we like to mention all of the people that have contributed and commented tonight. I did already. Yeah, I did. I already read that one. So first and foremost, we'd like to say a special thank you to James Saeed. James, thank you so much for participating and sharing. Congratulations to also as well on your credit score increases. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, special thank you to Spence Eccles. Spence Eccles, thank you so much for joining us once again. Welcome back, buddy. Thank you for sharing. New person that we have today in our live chat. Thank you to the Mr. Alexander 19. Thank you so much for sharing. Really appreciate you. You're very welcome, and feel free to stop by our live chat as little or as much as you like, and feel free to comment, raise questions as little or as much as you like to also as well. Also, I want to say a special thank you to Immortal DJ Monk. Thank you so much for stopping by once again, Immortal. Really appreciate you. Also, special thank you to James Worley. James Worley, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate that you're there in most of our live streams too also as well. Again, we look forward to it. So thank you all of you who have contributed and shared and liked. You know, again, hit the thumbs up button, guys. It really helps out the channel. And our live streams, which are regular live streams, are every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. We do make videos like this one here on a Friday night, sometimes throughout the weekend, sometimes throughout the week on different days, different times. But our regular time for our live stream is every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. You can count on it for sure. So thank you again for joining today. And I'm going to say, on that note, Peace out, guys. Stay blessed. Okay, and we'll see you guys in the next video.